Welcome everybody.
Hello,
Pouring in, pouring in.
here they come.
If you can turn your cameras on if you're not too shy, so we can see your faces and make sure you're real people and not bots and there we go. Hi there.
Real humans. Hey. Good evening, everybody. Nice to see you all.
Evening.
Welcome, welcome.
Also, if chat just check the chat works for you, why don't you drop in the chat box where in the world you're dialing in from? Because we have people from all over the world on these calls. It's good to know how far flung we're reaching. Um, and again, if you can turn on your cameras, it helps us so we know we're not just talking to a black screen or talking to ourselves, which we do often.
We have great conversations, don't we, Mike?
We just waffle along for a few more minutes, letting people in. We're 1 minute past the top of the hour, so I think we've got more people to let in. Yeah, a
Got a few more.
few more. If you can
Go
let them
on.
in the background, I'll start to introduce the call. So
Yeah.
welcome everybody. This is an introductory call to something that we call the Modern Wealthy and also Launchpad. Fancy product names or training names for how to learn how to launch your first online income and then maybe even how to launch your first online business. An introductory phase, moving on to a building, launching, scaling phase. And today we want to just introduce this community and this training platform that we're part of. My name is Mike Jakes, and this is Carolyn Grubb, and we'll be introducing ourselves in a bit more detail in a minute. But that's really the crux of this call. It's really, if you're a complete beginner, like I was and like Caroline was 4 or 5 years ago, how on earth do you find out how you can go about building your first income stream online and then maybe turning it into a business? Particularly if you haven't got tech skills, particularly if you haven't got business skills, and even more importantly, which was my case, if you haven't got any product ideas or products that you want to sell, how on earth do you go about it? And that's what we're going to be covering today in a very short hour that we have. If you've already come to the call and you've got questions, brilliant. Shove them in the chat box immediately, because what always happens is the last 10 minutes of the call, we get an influx of questions. We have no time to answer them because we've got to stop the call roughly at the top of the hour. So if you come to this call with burning questions, don't be shy. Stick them in the chat box. We won't be dragging you out screaming to talk in front of all these people. You can answer text wise, but if you're brave enough to come out, we'll invite you out as well. It's up to you. Okay. Right. So without further ado, I would like to introduce you to my co-host today, Carolyn Grubb. She's going to give you a little bit of background about how on earth she got dragged into this crazy online business thing that we're part of. Caroline, over to you.
I think it sounded like I was dragged in kicking and screaming. No, I was gagging for it, honestly. So hi everybody, nice to meet you all. My name's Caroline, and I've been a part of this community, and I've known Mike now for just over 5 years. In fact, come on, 5.5 years now. Can you believe it, Mike? Crikey! Since we first met in London all those years ago. So and I joined at a point in my life when I was the traditional world just wasn't working for me. I tried it in different ways. I was an IT consultant by trade originally. Had a 13-year career as an IT consultant, business finance, traveling all over the UK and Europe, helping people do Excel spreadsheets. I have been known as a spreadsheet queen in my time. But when I got made redundant from that job in 2015, that was crikey. Then I had a bit of a panic at first. I was like, oh my God, I've lost my job. How am I going to pay the mortgage and all that kind of stuff? But at the same time, I was just like, do you know what? Yippee, I'm free. I'm escaped. I've got this is my opportunity to get out of the traditional world because it just didn't fit me. It just didn't work for me. Reporting to a boss and being told what to do and how to live my life and where I had to be every day and stuff like that. It just didn't suit me personally. So after then, I actually went off and I wasn't quite ready to start. I wanted to start a business, but I wasn't quite ready at that stage, mentally, resilience and things like that. And I didn't know what business to start. So I followed my passions and went off and became a cruise ship photographer for 3 years because I love to travel and I love to take photographs. And so I had a complete life change, and that was amazing. Got paid to travel and make travel the world and make people smile for a living. That wasn't too bad, was it? except I earned an absolute pittance. But I didn't care. I was so happy for a few years until the novelty wore off a little bit. And then I was like, yeah, I need to get a grown up. You know, I need to grow up again. It was like going back to my university days, being on the cruise ships. Honestly, the stories I could tell, but that's for another day. But I came back. Actually, my best friend passed away, and that was the kind of trigger. She was only 53 and she passed away suddenly and out of the blue. And I was just like, I've got to come home. Life is short. I need to be around my family. I want to be closer to friends and family. I've been missing them. But also, she died with so many of her dreams locked inside her. So many things that she said she was going to do. I just need another 5 years. I just need to save up the money. I just need to this, and then I will follow my dreams. I'm going to go and buy a house, build a B&B, run my own business, and all this. But every year that went by, it was always just another 5 years. And when she passed away, I was like, no, I'm not waiting anymore. I'm going to go out there and live my life and do all the things I want to do. And I can't do that with a job. So I need to find another way to fund my life. And that's I started trying to start a photography business, and that's when I came across, when I was researching online, came across this wonderful community who would show me the skills to create a photography business online. Effectively, is where I started out, where I was going to go with it, marketing and selling my own photographs, which I have since done. But I've actually ended up building a coaching and consulting business through all the training that Mike's going to introduce us to in just a moment, and hanging out with this lovely community of people that I'm still a part of 5.5 years on, because they're to me an amazing bunch of positive minded, growth mindset, go-getters, people who want to get out there, serve the world, add value, and make money as a byproduct of it. So and that's basically what I've been doing for the last 5 years, and very excited to introduce other people to the opportunity as well, because I think it can be like, well, it's changed my life. I bought a camper van this year. It's my new hobby, and I've been traveling around, spent about 2 months over the summer traveling around Europe in Reggie, my camper van, running my digital business from my laptop in the back of my camper van, from Portugal, from Spain, from France, and living what to me is my dream life. I know it's not everybody's dream life, and that's fine, but that was my dream life. So I'm very grateful to the opportunities I've had here to gain the skills, the confidence, the strategies to be able to make that happen. So yeah, that's me, Mike. How about yourself? You got a different story, completely different story.
I've got a very different story. The story at the moment is I can't get into the training platform, so I'm in panic mode at the moment. So you might be doing the introductory and the, because at the moment all I've got is the intro video. So anyway, that will teach me to update my system during the day before a call. Anyway, my name's Mike Jakes, and you wouldn't know it, but I've been here for probably about 5.5 years now. And my story, very, very briefly, I spent 30 years in the IT industry, very successful selling software, not using software, to big banks and telcos, flying around the world, wining, dining customers, earning multiple six figures. And anybody that saw me or my house by the sea would say I was living the jet set, living the dream. Yeah. And yet I was clinically depressed. I was about to head into my second divorce, and I was about to lose everything, which I did. I lost my house, my wife, my kids, and she gave away the dogs as well. So I've never forgiven her for that. Giving the children away was okay, but giving the dogs away, that was just a step too far. But anyway, I bounced back from that very briefly, and then I lost my job as well. So back down again, and I was in a pretty dark place. But the one thing I was feeling, I guess, apart from destroyed, was I need to make a change. This is the second time I've done this, and I'm in tatters. I'm in debt, 150 grand in debt. Do I really want to start all over again? At the age of 54, I was then. Do I really want to start all over again from scratch? So I was having some really black negative thoughts, and I was bored one day watching YouTube, and up popped this video, this young software sales guy flying around the world with a backpack and a laptop, earning more money than I was earning, stuck in a miserable cubicle in London, and with all the stress of a corporate job. And I just thought, my God, that's it. I want to earn money online. I don't want to be doing what he's doing. I'm too old to do that. But I certainly don't want to ever have a boss ever again. I don't want to have someone dictating how much I'm paid, a HR director. I don't want somebody chasing me day in, day out with the stress of, have you done this? Have you done that? I want full control of my life for the first time in my life, and that's what I went after. So I joined this thing called Modern Wealthy. It had a different name back then, but it was a introductory training module, very low cost, and I put my toe in and saw what the online space was all about, saw all the opportunities that were available because it was all explained in simple terms to me, and that was it. It was like a fire being lit under my arse. I just would not stop. I just thought, wow, this is where I want to be. This is what I want to do. Work from home, however many hours I want to work, and earn what earn what I deserve with the effort that I put into my business or my online income. And that's what I did. I got so excited. I didn't stop. I went straight onto the website building stuff, the training that Caroline's going to be taking you through. I think she'll be taking you through the whole lot of this, right? And I never looked back. And I built my first business, which was an affiliate business, because I didn't have a clue what I wanted to do. So the only option for me was to sell other people's products and services. But I had hundreds of thousands of dollars doing that in my first few years. And now I've gone on to build my passion business with my wife, which is fairly new, but it's also doing incredibly well. And we're helping pensioners claim benefits in the UK, and we're doing wonderful things for pensioners, and we're earning a very, very good living at the same time. In fact, we are hiring. We're probably going to be by the end of January 10 people strong from zero a couple of months ago. So that business is just absolutely taking off because of the skills and the technology and the training of learning how to build an online business. I could take down those skills and just drop them on top of another business idea that we happen to have on a dog walk back in September, and boom, instant business. That's really what you need to need to focus on. Really, trying to build a business around something you're passionate about. But if you haven't got that idea yet, you will in the training. And I think that's probably the best time to segue to Caroline, who's going to do all of the demonstration of the training, unless I can work out how to get my browser to work. I'm going to try Chrome as well, Caroline. But anyway, that's me. That's my story. From not rags to riches, but from riches to a good life. I think that's the best way of describing my story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Caroline, over to you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thanks for that, Mike. And it just goes to show different people, different backgrounds, different walks of life, different ages, different experience levels come into this program and get what they need from it. So what is this program that we're talking about? So the first step. So first of all, I'd love to know pop in the chat, just take a one in the chat if you've ever run a business before. I'm interested to see if any of you have much sort of business experience. I've got John's put his hand up there. Thank you, John. But yeah, just let us know in the chat. And put a two in the chat if you've never run a business before, just so I can kind of get a feel for what sort of experience levels we've got here. It'd be very interesting if you can find the chat down the bottom of your Zoom screen. Got a few coming in now. But brilliant. Yes. Oh, Belinda's had a business for 21 years. Jenny's had a business. We've got a few of you who had a business, so that's interesting. But have you had an online business? Have you ever worked online at all? Or ever tried working online before? Let us know. So no. Interesting. Okay, brilliant. So what I'm going to share with you right now is the program that, like I say, Mike introduced Mike and I to the opportunities of what's possible online these days. So the whole online world, I mean, I think you're all aware, especially this time of year, Christmas shopping, Black Friday's just been, the amount of people that are buying stuff online these days and shopping online, finding answers online, finding services online is it's been growing for years. COVID exponentially pushed it even further. So the opportunity online is just growing and growing and growing. So how do we get ourselves on there so that we can stay relevant, but also how do we take advantage of the opportunities online? But as Mike says, do it in a way that gives us a good quality of life, that we enjoy doing it. So it's not just about the money, it's about helping people, and it's about but being part of that journey in that world, because it's, let's face it, that's where the world's going, isn't it? So let me just share my screen. So the program that Mike was mentioning is called Modern Wealthy, and it's by a company called Launch You. So the company that we both we're both ambassadors for. because we've been through their training and absolutely loved it. It's a company called Launch You, and it's run by this chap here called Stuart Ross. He's a digital entrepreneur and has been an entrepreneur since 2010, I think it is. So 15 or 14, coming up 15 years of being an entrepreneur himself, creating multiple 8-figure businesses. So he's a millionaire a number of times over in his own right. But then I think he got to a stage of he's got enough money. What else is there to do in life? And he'd gained such valuable skills, and there was such a need out there and a desire for other people to learn from him and how he'd done it, that he started teaching people. Realized he really enjoyed that, and it was what the world needed. And he's built a whole course around doing that, and it's developed into far more than just a course. It's a course, a community, and with coaches and mentorships and everything to help people take advantage of this online world. But what this program Modern Wealthy does, it's basically it's built around a course, a 7-day or 7-video course to introduce you to what's possible online and what's possible with an online business and what's possible when you use the internet, technology, marketing, and automated systems to get yourself or a product or service that you want to promote out there into the world, attract buyers to it, and sell to them on autopilot through things called sales funnels, automated sales funnels. And so this video series basically talks you through and educates you onto what sort of things you can do, what sort of business models he's found have been hyper profitable. And for Stu, one of his reasons was he wanted to use businesses or create businesses that created what we call leverage, that gave him time and money and freedom, so that he could focus on living the life he wanted to live while his business was running for him. And so he talks about the hyper profitable business models that he's found that work really well. He's talked about finding markets, so niches being what markets are there out there that you could potentially serve, that you could align with your passions, align with your interests, align with your skills and experience, but are also going to make you some money as well. So how to find those and how to identify them, what to look for, how to use email marketing to build a list of people that potential buyers and or customers, and how to sell to them or promote things to them and make money from your audience, basically. And then how to, once you've learned how to do this once, as Mike says, once you've got your first income stream, then how can, because it's not like a full-time job, because it's not taking up all your time to do this, you can then create multiple income streams, just like Mike's doing just now. And you can have multiple streams coming from different ideas, different niches, different, all sorts of different things. You can take it wherever you want to go with it. And then he shares some of his secrets of his system that he's designed, which he calls authority marketing, why he believes in it, and how he teaches it to other people, and then how to automate all of the stuff that he's just talked to you about. So it's a 7-day series that kind of opens your mind and opens your eyes to what you can do online these days and what he's found that works if you want to create a business that gives you time, financial freedom, and meaning in your life. So that's the crux of the program. And by the end of that program, you'll have a much better idea. And if you're anything like me and Mike, you go through this program and it just completely blows your mind open. And you think, oh my God, I had no idea. I could do this, I could do this. And you have all these ideas and you're like, oh God, my mind's just sleepless nights, they say, are guaranteed when you go through this program, because just all the ideas and inspiration it gives you. And so so there's a few other bits and pieces in the program as well. Let me just run through those quickly, and then I'll talk about where do you take those ideas and what do you do with them next. But just for anybody who's interested in what else you get in this program. So if I go back to the Modern Wealthy. So that's the 7-day fast start video series. As you can see, I've watched them, so I've got through all 7. So then on top of that as well, so they're all self-study, so you can watch them in your own time. They're between about 35 to 45 minutes long, each of those videos. So you can watch one a day if you wanted to before breakfast, or you can sit and binge watch the whole lot. It takes probably about, I think, about 3 or 4 hours to go through all of them if you wanted to sit and binge watch all of them back to back. So that kind of gives you the ideas as to what you could do. But then there's also once a week, a chap called Justin, one of the leaders and founders of the company as well, runs a new member orientation workshop. And this is a live workshop every Tuesday to basically talk through the process, talk through the authority marketing strategies that Stuart has designed and built and proven many times over to work, and to help people, especially people who've never done anything like this before, and give some live, introduce them to members of the community and the success they're having, and the programs, and other programs and things that you could potentially use to take your ideas and put them into practice. So that's the new member orientation workshop. It's about 2 hours long, typically two, maybe sometimes 2.5 hours if Justin gets a bit carried away because he gets so passionate about what he's talking about. Yeah, Tuesday, I think that's a Tuesday evening our time. In the UK it's 7 o'clock in the evening, but they're also recorded, so if you can't make it live, a lot of what Launch You offer, there's a lot of live workshops, but they're all recorded, so if you can't make it at a time that suits you, you can always catch up on the recordings as well. And then on top of that as well, so once you've watched the 7-day fast start videos and you've got so inspired and excited, you can book what's called a vision call, and you'll automatically get assigned to your own personal launch advisor. And this is an expert who's great at helping people sort through those ideas and work out whether there's any viable ideas in there, and if so, which ones you might want to take forward and work with. And that's a 15-minute call, free call, so it's, well, free. It's part of the program here. To have a chat and just talk to a real human being and just bounce your ideas off them and see whether there's something, realistic or something a goer there. Or if you've got any concerns, or, I've had these ideas, but I'm not sure, I've never done anything like this before, maybe I'm not confident. Will I need technical skills? How would I prove it? Whatever questions are coming up for you, you can have a chat with somebody who's been there, done it, seen it, helped a lot of other people through, to get started. So super valuable is that vision call. And then on top of that, there's a whole load of other bits and pieces. There's a Facebook group that we're all part of, that we all connected with each other on and chat, so that's people in all the programs are in this Facebook group. And there's some case studies on here that you can watch as well from other people like Mike and I who've been through the program and how it's changed their lives, and what businesses they've created. And then there's a couple of extra bonus courses on top as well. So two of the business models that Stu particularly got started with, one's called affiliate marketing and one's called e-commerce. So e-commerce is like selling stuff on Amazon, for example. I think most of us are familiar with Amazon as an online platform. So he uses that as an example of how if you wanted to sell stuff on Amazon, how you might go about that. And this one is marketing other people's products and services. So affiliating with other companies that you align with, and getting paid in return for introducing buyers to them. So, and he talks about that and how you can find products and services to sell, and how you could go about setting up or becoming an affiliate marketer. And then there's a live your best life blueprint as well. So for those of you who like the idea of a life of time and financial freedom, how to go about designing that. What does that look like? What would that look like for you? What would be involved in your life and what might not be? What's important to you, what's not important to you, what are your passions. Just that's a bit of a self-discovery program, that one as well. So this is all included, but it's all based around that, the idea of taking a passion or an interest of yours and turning it into online streams of income. So Mike, did I cover everything? Did I miss anything?
No, that's a really good synopsis of where we are. I would just really say that this section is just really about what's possible on the internet, because there are so many different business models, and in each one is different. Every person wants to do something different. Some are very artistic, some are very business minded, some people haven't got a clue, and need a lot of guidance. And this just really lays it all out, at a high level, all the opportunity that's available, and hopefully it'll give you an idea of, okay, well, I don't want those 4 or 5 business models, but these 2 or 3 might suit my goals in life, and also suit my current circumstances, because I want to work from home, I want to work on the road, I want to travel in the world. So it just really gives you an idea of how vast the opportunity is online. And hopefully, if you're excited at this stage, then it stands you in good stead to move on to the next stage. It did for me anyway. Yeah.
Absolutely. I forgot the ebook as well, Mike. Sorry, there was one more thing.
Yes.
I did. Stuart's written a new one as well, brand new, literally released in the last few weeks. So if you're a reader, then You can also have a watch of this, have a read of this ebook called Secrets of the Modern Wealthy, where he basically lays out the strategy that he talks about through those videos as well in written form. And just so it's a whole book. I can't even remember how many pages it is now. But you can download. I've just literally ordered today, actually, my own hard copy version. So I look forward to being able to flick through it. But that lays out all of his experience and everything he's learned in those 15 years of coaching and mentoring people to aspiring entrepreneurs to start their first online business. So that's the Modern Wealthy program. But then where do you go next? Once you've got all these ideas and you're like, brilliant, I've got these ideas, but how do I actually turn them into something? Especially if I've never done anything like this before. And that's where the sort of the what's the word, flagship program, the backbone of everything that Launch You is about, is this program called Launchpad. And that's this other curriculum. So it's all a curriculum based sort of program. So if I go in here, so now we've got 6 modules, each with 10 videos in them. So again, self-study, so you can work your way through this at your own pace and your own time, at your leisure. Again, if you want to binge watch them, if you want to, watch one a day, one a week, whatever suits you, however much time you've got to commit to this. But these will take you through the process then of actually all that stuff that he taught you at a high level, finding your niche, what's a market that's going to work for you, what are your passions and interests, what income goals do you have, things like that. So working out what lifestyle goals you have, what income goals you have, and then what business model of all the options that he recommends, which business model is right for you, understanding all the different business models, but also working out which one fits you best, fits your skills, your lifestyle goals and all the rest of it, your income goals. So helping you decide which business model you actually want to start with. Now, that's not to say you can't do other ones later on, but we do recommend starting with one. And then once you've got that one going, then maybe you could add others on top. But then he goes into, okay, so I've got an idea of how much I want to earn and how I want to earn it. So let's go and find a market now. So let's go and work out what market, what niche we want to set ourselves up in. So there's you can go to the health, wealth, self, or social kind of mega niches, and then from there you can go down into more specific areas of business. And then once you know who your kind of ideal customers might be and what it is that you want to sell them and where they are in the market, you can then build a website and build your own brand and actually build a website that speaks to those people and that they can come to you and they can sign up and they can buy your products through your website. And then building a website is great. That's building your online shop and your online store. But you then need to tell people about it because there's so many out there on the internet and they're not going to find it by accident. So how do we get people to come and find you? How do you attract the right customers and the right buyers to what it is that you're offering? So then we start to talk about, okay, so how do we communicate what you do with your ideal customers? Who are your ideal customers? What are they looking for? What are they searching for online? Where are they hanging out online? And how can we get you in front of them so that they can find you? And then how do we, once they found you, we pull them into your world and sell to them? And go through the process of turning them into customers and raving fans and so on and so forth. So that's how you turn your ideas. So by following this blueprint, this 6 module program, if you follow this, if you watch all the videos, there's a lot of exercises and steps to go through, workbooks to follow, exercises to do to make this work for you to draw out all your ideas and actually turn them into something. And by the end of it, the idea is that you've prepared. So the first 3 modules are the prepare stage. Then module 4 and 5 is your launch stage, and module 6 is your grow stage. So you prepare, you launch, and you start to grow your very first online business through following this program. So, Mike, anything to add on that for the moment in terms of roughly what Launchpad is all about?
No, other than it's just everything there is to start to build your business from scratch, domain name, all the way up to ideas of how to scale the business. And all I would say is it's really comprehensive, and this is what I've taken to launch my second business. I had to go back and dip in and do a bit of a refresher, I must admit. But yeah, literally everything in this launchpad section you can put onto any type of business that you want to launch online. You don't need it all necessarily, but the key elements are here so you can launch any idea that you have, anything you come across, you can get it online as quickly as possible. The business I've just launched with my wife, I got it from idea on a dog walk to up and running and live in 7 days. And that was slow because I'm not technical. I'm really bad. And I had to get someone to help me as well. And it was crap. I must admit it was crap. It's still being fixed now, but it worked and it was earning money. And we're improving it as we go. But without this skill set that I learned 5 years ago, that idea would still be an idea now. We'd still be talking about it 3 or 4 months later. Wouldn't it be a great idea if we launched a business doing X, Y, Z? As I did before I joined this community, it'd be one of those ideas that I see somebody else doing it and I'll be really angry and say, that was my idea. I had that idea years ago. I didn't act on it because I didn't know how. Now I do because of this community, this training. I act on any opportunity, well, most of them anyway, any of the good ones, hopefully. But anything that comes my way, I know I now have the skill set and the know-how and the community to back me up as well, that I can act on an opportunity and or find out how to. But yeah, so no, that's a great great introduction, Caroline. I'm just looking at some of the questions. You got any more to cover? Because there are questions piling in now at last, which is good. Stick them in the chat box because we will run out of time.
Let's answer the questions because I think if we answer the
Yeah.
questions, Mike, that will probably cover all the other bits and pieces that I would cover anyway. So let's make sure we're answering what's on top of people's minds.
Right, the first one I think I can take. I think I can handle this. Is this in different languages? This is a really short answer. No. It's just in English. That said, we have people here from all over the world. Obviously, they understand English. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't be here because I think most of the advertising and marketing to promote this community and this training is in English. But you know, there's an opportunity. Yeah, there's an opportunity for you. You know, take what you learn here, and maybe your Spanish, I think, which is the third largest language in the world, because Chinese is the first, English is the second, I think Spanish is the third. But anyway, if you're Spanish, if you're Portuguese, if you're a different language, then take what you learn here, build your own online training course in that language. You know, every barrier, there's an opportunity. So, Caroline?
Yes, I mean we've had people. We were interviewing somebody last week, weren't we, from Slovenia, Brigitte, who's come in, and English was definitely not her first language, but she's managed to work her way through. I think once you learn what's available with technology as well, folks, things like Google Translate and things like AI these days, the tools and technology that once you understand, you can use those to your benefit to help you with a lot of this stuff. So, but no, fundamentally,
That lady actually built her website in 2 languages, didn't she? Slovenian and Croatian, I think. So she's completely sidestepped the English internet, and she's serving her local community in country, which you can do, or you can go global, of course. Yeah.
yeah. Absolutely. So yes, but no, Stuart himself is British originally, but the company operates half in the UK, half in the USA. But we've got people from all over the world as members. So yeah, but no, all the training materials are in English. So next question, Belinda was asking, so is this a marketing platform? What do you say to that, Mike?
I would say it's a platform without marketing. Okay, I'll answer it this way. Without the knowledge of marketing, online marketing, whatever you build will fail. However brilliant your web page looks, you could spend thousands on having the best design in the world, build your website. You could have the most amazing products on that website that are in super demand, and you could have really aggressive pricing. No one will come. It will fail. I promise you, it will fail. A lot of people think they just build something that looks really great, really fabulous, and it's got to work. It won't work. Absolutely won't work. It won't work unless you know how to market online. So the long answer is this platform an online marketing platform? No, but it teaches you how to build an online marketing platform for yourself, for your own products and services, or to turn you into a marketing machine so you can promote other people's products and services and get paid for doing it. So yeah, everything you're going to learn, there are 1,000 lessons to learn here. If you want to learn them all, you can outsource bits that you don't like. I outsource all my technology now. Caroline knows that because I hate it. Well, I don't hate it. I like to try, but I always fail because I'm crap. But I just have to outsource it. And I've grown not to like that, so I focus on the stuff that I'm really good at, which is the marketing actually. And I really enjoy it. So I do that all the time, and anything else I don't enjoy now, other people do. But yeah, that's the long answer to, is this a marketing platform? It's going to turn you into a marketing machine, that's for sure.
So let me just answer that as well in a slightly different way. I totally agree with everything you've said, by the way. But just to kind of give you guys a bit of a visual overview of that Launchpad program, that process, should we say, to take your idea into fruition. So based on those 6 modules that I showed you, they are adding a couple of new ones very shortly, but marketing is step number 10 on the blueprint. So marketing is an integral part of launching or growing your business, but it's not the only part. So it's very much a program to help you build a business from the ground up with strong foundation. So this yellow stage here, the mindset, vision, and action is all about you. It's all about getting you in the right place. It's all about getting your mindset in the right place to think entrepreneurially if you've never thought entrepreneurially before, to think growth minded, get your money mindset in the right place, and set a clear vision for what you want to build. What do you want to impact you want to have in the world? What legacy do you want to leave? What life vision do you have for yourself and for the people that you want to impact? And then how do you create the habits and the daily actions that are going to help you to actually make that come to fruition? So the first stage is actually all foundations, all about you as a business owner, or aspiring business owner. And then you go into okay, so now that's me. I know I want to create a business, and I know I have the skills and the or not skills yet, but the desire and the clarity on why I want to build a business. Then you go into working out, okay, who do I want to serve? So what's my market, specifically within that market? What type of people within that market, and what do I want to sell to them? So that's your prepare stage, the red sections. And then the green sections is, okay, now I know what I want to do. Now I go build it. So that's the technical side of it. How do I actually create something online on the internet, so that people can find me and transact with me? So that's the technical, but this is your favorite stage, Mike, isn't it? This bit, the tech stack, the website and funnel. Me as an IT consultant, this is my area of expertise. I love this bit because that was my comfort area. This bit for me, I didn't like that bit at all. But we all have our own strengths and weaknesses. But then the last stage, which is the grow stage, which is the blue stage, is learning how to market it, get prospects, and turn them into customers. So hopefully, Belinda, does that answer your question in terms of, is it a marketing platform? So that's my fault for saying authority marketing, and that's a language thing, because Stuart's background is very much in online marketing, and he used to make money just from literally marketing other people's products and services. But it's grown so much since then into something much more holistic and much more complete, I would say. Would you agree, Mike?
Yeah, totally. It's gone. Obviously, we cover e-commerce, we cover affiliate marketing, selling other people's stuff. But every other business opportunity that's out there, coaching has become a very big thing. Lots of people in our community now are succeeding with coaching. I'm the service industry. My second business now is service industry. I'm marketing online, but the output is services. Um, yeah, I believe any type of business idea that you have. Let me give you a really wacky one. There's another guy in the community called Mike, not me because I can't sing a note, but which is a burnt out school teacher and desperate to get out of his industry. I think he had health issues because he was so stressed. And he came to this community, didn't have an idea, didn't have any products, was completely lost. He finally got onto a vision call with his mentor, and they asked him what he was passionate about, and he couldn't think of anything except, I like singing in a choir. That's all I do. And they said, well, let's look at building a business around singing in a choir. It's like, you what? And they did. And they helped him come up with a business idea. He's now built choirs, online choirs, all around the UK. I think he's going to go international. But I think last time I heard, he was at about £25,000 a month in subscriptions for people signing up for these regional choirs around the UK. £25,000 a month for doing what he loves, singing. And that's one of the most strangest online business opportunities I've heard of. But it just shows you with the right mentoring and the right coaching and the right community, surround yourself with like-minded people, and you'll be amazed at what you can come up with and what comes your way. Yeah. Sorry, Caroline.
That's all right. No, I was just looking. I was looking at some examples as well of websites that people have built. Some of my favorite examples of, the different types of businesses that people have created. Would you guys be interested in seeing a couple of those? Um, yeah, just to kind of give you a view of the kind of things, the kind of variety as well, of businesses that people have created. So let me just share my screen again. Let me just get one of them up. So this is one guy here, a chap called Ant, and he came in probably about 2 years ago, I think it was, when he first joined. And he found that actually, so he used to run a removals company, used to run a traditional business, helping people move house, and he was the one who organised all the lorries and the team of burly people to come and help take furniture, put it in the lorry, and move it to the new home. So he'd done well in the business world, but he was working long hours. It was stressful. It was, trying to manage all the staff and dealing with what happens if there are breakages and all that, all the crap you have to deal with running a traditional business. And he found us, and he decided this was a way out of that kind of lifestyle of where he wasn't seeing his small children, not being at home much for his wife, and it was taking a big toll on him mentally. And in the process of coming through our programs, or our program, not through Stuart's programs, he discovered that actually a lot of his challenges were mental challenges, and his own limiting beliefs, and his own um, limitations that he was putting on himself as to what he could achieve in life. And he went through a whole journey himself, understanding how to overcome limiting beliefs and understand who he was meant to be in the first place. And he's now created a business coaching people and helping people through that journey. And so he's written a book as well. I don't know if it's on here somewhere, but this is the website that he's built. Again, he built this all himself through all the training. He'd never built a website in his life before, but he's written. Yeah, there's his book on Amazon. Who the hell are you? Understand yourself, find your purpose, and live a better life. So he's written the book, he's published the book, self-published it on Amazon. He's figured out how to do all the Amazon stuff and build that website. And yeah, he does coaching for people as well. So all this done through. Oh, everything's learned through that program, those stages of prepare, launch, and grow. And he's going on to do also, like you see, he's got membership now as well. He's written a blog. He's doing all sorts of different bits and pieces now because he's found something that really lights him up, that he's really passionate about. So that's one example. Who else have I got in here? I've got I'm trying to find where's my favorite one. Oh, this is my favorite one because they started a similar time to me as well. He's a couple in Australia, Simon and Liz. So Liz used to be a primary school teacher, and Simon used to help build houses. He was a construction foreman, I think, for a house building company. And they had this dream of traveling around Australia in a van, just living the sort of digital nomad life. And so they sold their house and bought a caravan and took their two young kids, started homeschooling them and traveling around Australia. And they've since built a whole business where they basically document their journey. They share all their trials and tribulations of getting stuck in the mud and the sand and things like that, and what caravan to build and how to get internet in your caravan and all sorts of bits and pieces like that. And they've built a YouTube channel where they share once a week. They share a video on YouTube, and they've built a community that follow them around the world, and they make money through their YouTube channel, through affiliating to different products that they've tried. This is the best coffee maker we found. This is the best chair we found that we sit on every day, and things like that. And they share that with their audience, and anybody who goes on to buy those products, they earn a little bit of commission from as well. And I just love following them because they're people after my own heart. They inspired me to get my camper van, in fact. But they've been doing, I think they're nearly 3 years now. They've been on the road with their young kids, traveled all over Australia. In fact, they've done 1,095 days of full-time travel, 80,000 kilometers around Australia, and they're totally living their dream life and earning money while they're on the road as well. So that's a completely different angle that you can take for this program. And I'm going to find one more, Mike, just because all the best things come in threes. Which other one shall I share? What else? Let's go for Vicky and Oh My Mama Body. So Vicky, for example, she's a mum who struggled to have children. she struggled to conceive. I think she had something like 6 miscarriages or something like that before she finally successfully conceived her first son, and then she had another one. And that journey of going through understanding how to conceive, what it was about her body that was stopping her from being able to fulfill her dream of becoming a mother. She now helps other women who are struggling with the same thing, and actually helps them with womb healing. And helps them. She's written a book, but she mainly does coaching programs to work one on one with women to help them overcome whatever it is. I don't really understand how she does it, but I know that she said she's. I was talking to her the other day, and she said she's now helped, I think in this last year alone, 100 women who'd never been able to conceive to actually have their child, have a child. So I mean, how's that for a, delivering value to the world and doing a business that really lights you up? So, and again, she's learned all that. She figured out what business she wanted to start. She figured out how to build the website. I think she advertises a lot on TikTok and Instagram because that's where her audience are hanging out. But she's built that business again, going through that same program, that same process of who am I, what do I enjoy, experience do I have to share with the world, and how can I get it out there and make a living from it as well. So, I mean, 3 completely different examples there, folks. It just goes to show. But what I don't know about you, Mike, but what I love most about this program is the fact that it's not a one size fits all solution. It's not a, here we go, this is what I've done, follow my program, and you'll have the same results as me, which a lot of other online courses out there offer. But no, this is about you. Come in, discover yourself. What is it that you're passionate about? What you're interested in? What experience have you got? Especially people later on in life, you've got a lot of life experience that you can share with other people, and you can get out there that other people need to hear. And if you can learn the skills to share it through the internet, you can access people all over the world who can benefit from your experience. So, yeah, what say you, Mike?
Yeah, and one of the things that I noticed, I think, very early on, was that I came in thinking I was too old. I was like 54 when I started. Um, and then when I finally got through all of the trials and tribulations of the technology phase, which was my barrier, my nemesis, and I outsourced it to gurus within the community. When I finally got through all of that, I suddenly noticed that the people that were really succeeding then and still now, they weren't young, TikTok warriors, or in their 20s with, building the next Amazon or the next Facebook. They were people that were approaching retirement, or people who had already retired, and they were taking their life skills, their knowledge, their experiences, and their wisdom, and they were monetizing it, yeah, in one way or another. And that just blew me away. They didn't actually have any products, they didn't really have any skills. It was their life skills and their life experiences that they were promoting online. And that was a whole new, like, and yet another business opportunity. It's like, wow, they've got nothing and they can still monetize something because of their life experience, and it was valuable to others that were about to go through divorce, which is my expertise, and things like that. So it is just amazing, and you have to go through the training to, as Caroline says, be decluttered and put a new set of a new set of glasses on, and see the world through not rose-colored glasses, but internet-colored glasses. And there's so much opportunity out there. But do build a business around something that you really enjoy. Do not leave a job or a career that you hate and then build an online business that you hate just to try and make some money online. Build something that you're really passionate about, that you're going to really enjoy, and it's going to do good for others. That it's really going to make your life have a meaning. It's really important. Yeah, cool.
Absolutely.
That's my rant over.
Is that your rant over? No, I mean, you said it for yourself, Mike, as well. But for me, I say I built a coaching and consulting business. So I basically only need to work 2, maybe 3 days a week to earn enough money to survive, to live a comfortable life, not a frivolous life. I live a fairly simple life, but that gives me another 4 days a week to do what I want to do, what I love, which for me is photography. So I get the time to go out there and take photographs and share them. And I did actually learn. I created a photo calendar last year because I had the skills to do that, and I sold those online and sold them and made money for charity as a result of doing that as well. So with all the skills and confidence I've gained through starting my own business, I've been able to use those skills to do all sorts of other cool stuff in my life. But also the work I've ended up doing, which is not what I anticipated in the first place, absolutely lights me up. I've really found a niche for myself that I really, really enjoy, which is coaching people in the marketing space. So I'm an ambassador for this program, but I now actually a large part of what I do is teaching inside the program. So I've discovered how to advertise on YouTube, and now I teach people how to create their first YouTube ads, which is a skill I didn't have before, but now that's what pays me a large part of my income. And I love giving people the confidence to appear on camera and put themselves out there. But that's not what I had in mind when I first started, because the journey just takes you in all these weird and wonderful ways and places. And I think the only thing that's guaranteed, Mike, is that you'll grow personally in one way,
Yeah,
shape, or form going through this journey.
totally, absolutely. I think for most people to be the successful person they imagined they can be, leveraging this technology, leveraging this knowledge, you have to be somebody else to be that person. You have to change. And this community, this training, this knowledge will change you, and you can become that person that you want to be. Whether that be less money and more time and more travel, or more money and time and travel, or whatever combination it is, you have to be somebody else to be somebody else, to do something else, to change direction. And this community doesn't just focus on making money, it focuses on the whole holistic, health, wealth, self, social. It covers everything. It really does. Whatever you're looking for, it covers it. I think we better answer some questions, because I think we've got about 10 minutes left, and there's some good questions starting to drop at last in the chat box. There are some good questions dropping in now. The first good one, it's addressed to me, so I may as well answer this one, is Richard Gloucester. He's got quite an exciting business idea already, which is solar energy business online. And he's really asking, would this community help him create, I guess, marketing ideas, marketing skills, a marketing platform for him to promote a solar business online? Absolutely. When you start this journey, when you're along the way, whether you've got products already that you want to bring into this community, or whether you want to develop products or find products in this community, all of the above boxes will be ticked. But as I said a little while ago, you can have phenomenal products, but if you don't know how to market them online, they will fail. And everything you learn on this journey within the Launch You community all boils down to one lesson, and that is learning how to promote products online. Where is your ideal customer hanging out online? What platform are they on? Are they young? Are they on TikTok? Are they old? Are they on Facebook? Um, where are they hanging out? And how do you get your advert in front of them? And then what does the advert look like? Is it video? Is it text based? Is it picture based? What does it look like? And what's the message? How are you going to resonate once you found your audience, when you found out what platform they're on, where they're hanging out? How do you attract their attention with the right message to get them to visit your website or someone else's website? Even go to market models. You might be thinking, well, we need to sell direct. We need to build a web page. People need to see that web page and then buy from us. And then maybe you discover, well, maybe we should create an affiliate program. Maybe we should get other people to promote our products to their friends, family, their social networks, which are massive these days. And maybe we should create an affiliate program to sell our products and not try and do it direct, or both. There is so much to learn here from a marketing perspective that I'm still learning. I'm coming up to, I guess, 6 years here now. Caroline is still learning. We're all still learning. And it's a really exciting journey, because as we learn, also these platforms change and other opportunities come up. AI is another opportunity now. When I started, I didn't want to go in front of a camera. Now, today, if I wanted to be an American blue-eyed lady with a New York accent to get to American women in New York, I could create an advert, and I can be a female American, could sound, look, because of AI. It's scary. It really is a bit spooky. But anyway, if that's what I wanted to do and I was weird, I could do that. So the technology now is empowering you to do absolutely anything. Even if you don't want to be on video, you can still be on video, but get AI to do it for you. Absolutely. Back
But
to
yeah,
you, Caroline. Any other good questions in the chat box?
I was going to say, yeah, you've written a book that's struggling on Amazon. So we've got some Amazon specialists in the community as well. So on top of that Launchpad program, which is a self-study program, there are packages you can add on top of that if you so choose, depending on your timescales, your budget, and so on and so forth, to get coaching. and mentorship, one-on-one or in a group basis to help you with whatever it is that you're struggling with, or which part of that process you might struggle with. Like, so, I found the tech stuff easy, but the marketing side of it, not so much. Whereas Mike, on the other way around, he was a salesman by trade, but put him in front of a computer and he gave you the heebie-jeebies, didn't it, Mike?
Mhm.
But look, he's running a Zoom call now, all on his own. Brilliant.
Barely.
But which, yeah, it's amazing what we can do with, we even forget, Mike, what we've learned, don't we? We forget what's become second nature to us now.
We do.
But yeah, but no, there are experts on Amazon, but writing books and selling books on Amazon. We've got a coach or two coaches in the community that can teach you how to do that. We've got another coach who's written her own book and published it, and he's out selling really well at the moment as well. So if books is your thing, Mike, then absolutely. But
We have one of our members here. I can see she's just below me. Jenny, she's just launched a book as well. She's waving. There you go.
yeah, she
She's
has.
just launched a book as well. She's doing other things, but oh, look, look, she's promoting it. Look, that's the way to do it. Just get on a Zoom call and just hold your book up and people will buy it.
Come on out, Jenny. Show us your book.
It's a really simple book. It's a logbook for open water swimming. My passion's open water swimming. Yeah, I've just written a logbook for open water swimming, and it didn't take me long once I discovered how simple it was to actually do this stuff. It's quite scary actually putting a book out on Amazon, but actually it took me a week probably of learning how to do it, putting the content together, learning how to set it all out on Canva, and then just copying all the pages, literally just copy and paste 60 pages once I'd done all the intro. Yeah, got it out there and launched it a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, it's
Jenny's a
exciting.
really good example of another way you can promote stuff online, because you've had your success not video based, which was my success, but your success has come from blogging, wasn't it? Creating articles, in fact, and promoting articles, which you can do for physical products, and obviously you can do for service based products or educational based products. But you wrote you wrote some blogs, and you've had one that's just gone on, set on fire, and launched your business. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's blown me away what you can achieve online with with the help and the community that you have under your fingertips here, really.
Cool. Okay. So Richard came back to say, would modern wealthy give him what he wants? I would say probably not. Modern wealthy is just really just showing you the different business models that are available and trying to work out which one best suits your lifestyle and your goals. If you actually really want to do stuff and learn stuff in depth, different platforms, how to make those platforms work for you, how to get the messaging right, the real marketing stuff, that's in the Launch You. You don't have to launch a business on the Launch You platform, though most people probably would need to. If you've already got a business that you're bringing to the platform, it's going to teach you how to market it. And if you've already got a website, it's going to teach you how to improve that website, how to promote it on the right platforms and in the right way, maybe change the messaging on that website, and maybe find other go-to-market models. Like maybe you write an article about the solar industry or solar panels and different technologies that are coming, and that gets traction and that helps promote your business. Yeah. So there are lots of ways to, other than just have a website and pay Google or Facebook or the other advertising platforms for traffic. You can actually generate traffic by blogging or writing really smart articles if that's your expertise. Yeah.
But yeah, so to summarize there, I think the Modern Wealthy program is just showing you what's possible and opening your mind and getting you inspired and creative. And then the how is in the Launchpad program. So that's in the how do you actually turn that into reality and actually realize those ideas. So I think have you got any more questions, Mike? Because I think we've
There
got
was one there was one I missed because I'm jumping around all over the place here, which was how much does it cost, which is a really good question. So launching an online business is a fraction of the cost of launching a physical business. If you think about a sweet shop, thousands of pounds for premises and rates and products and stock, and 2 or 3 months in before you open the door, and you're probably 10, 20 grand in the hole before you sold your first halfpenny tube. Yeah. When you build an online business, you're talking about hundreds, maybe a few $1,000s, depending on what you're building. But from a training perspective, the Modern Wealthy is ridiculously, stupidly cheap, $37, and you get your money back if you don't like if you don't know what you see. If it hasn't given you any value, just take your money back. They offer US dollars, so it's like 30 quid if you're in the UK. Launchpad, where you actually start to build your shop and scale your shop and take money. That is about just under $200 to join if you do the monthly program, and then it's $99 per month to actually run your shop. So that gives you all the tools, it gives you the hosting platform, it gives you obviously the ongoing training, the community, the technical support. I'm going to run out. Anyway, it gives you everything you need to run your business. If you can think you can run a high street shop for £100 a month or $100 a month, then you're wrong. It would be more like $1,000 a month or £1,000 a month. So it's a fraction of the cost of running a local business. But instead of your local business only serving the high street, you can serve the entire world or the entire country or wherever it is you want to target. But you have the world at your fingertips, literally the world at your fingertips. So to make that money back to cover your training costs, your hosting costs, the cost of the tools that be provided for you, included in that fee. Yeah, it's just, again, I believe it's a steal. It's ridiculously cheap. But you do need to make an investment to build a business. And I think one of the best investments, other than tools that will automate your business, is the education. Because if you get it wrong, your business is going to go nowhere. If you get it right and you invest in the right ideas and mindset and knowledge, you're going to go in the right direction. Yeah, totally. Anything to add to that, Caroline?
No, I flashed up the screens there so you can see the prices as well. So as you say, so $37 to do a try before you buy type thing. If you're not sure, just want to sort of test it out, see how you get on with Stuart's learning style and things like that. So that's your $37 what you can do online program. But then the Launchpad, as Mike said, $197 for your first month and then 99 thereafter. Or you can pay 12 months up front and just buy it for a year and get a discount. You save a couple of months. So for just under $1,000, $997, you can get a whole year's access. And then you just pay it once and then you forget about it. And then that's all the training, access to live calls, web hosting, lots of tools and website templates and things like that, all included. But if you were to buy the Modern Wealthy program, Stuart will also talk to you about the Launchpad program once you've bought Modern Wealthy. So he'll give you a much more in-depth overview of all the bits and pieces you get included in that as well. So you can make your decision at that point if you wanted to. But
I'm really glad to see that when I first joined years ago, pre-pandemic, PC, was it PC pre-COVID? Yeah, anyway, life before COVID. We used to meet up. We used to have global meetups. We used to have regional meetups because it can be quite lonely building an online business. It's just you and your laptop screen, and that's it. Obviously, you can join online calls and Q&A calls in the training programs, which Caroline has taken you through, but it's not the same as meeting a group of people that are trying to achieve the same thing as you in a room and discuss, your vision and your challenges and just to surround yourself with like-minded people. And that's coming back. We've got a meetup. Is it next week in London coming up? And meetups all over the globe now have started to happen again. And I'm sure Launch You are going to be again next year, putting together proper global meetups and proper physical training sessions as well as all the online stuff, which is what they used to do. But because of the pandemic, it all had to go online. But for me, anyway, I like to press the flesh. I like to meet people, and the meetups are coming back, which is just fantastic. Yeah, so.
Absolutely. And just one last one, I just thought I'd throw in as well to the mix, just to show that it's not just Mike and Jenny and I that are doing this, but this is the Modern Wealthy Facebook group that you would get access to if you join the Modern Wealthy program. And as you can see, there's 9,500 people in that group, and it's a very active group. There's posts. That was half an hour ago. There's a lot of posts going on. Somebody in Connecticut in the US, and Bob's asking, he's a computer IT person for help. I love Bob in America. He's a lovely guy. But yeah, it's a very interactive. You can see that people are all jumping in and helping each other out and answering questions. So that's also for those of you who can't make it to a physical meetup, for example, or who don't have somebody around the corner or nearby, then there's a massive online global community there. And there's such a supportive and helpful group as well, who will have your back, whatever question you're struggling with or fear or whatever, pop it in the group and somebody probably a bunch of people will get back to you and offer you guidance, support, and ideas. So that's one of the things I love about this is when I was on my own at home trying to figure out how on earth I was going to sell my photos and make money from it, make a living from it. It was very scary. It was very hard to show up every day, to get the confidence and the self-belief. Who has, who am I? There's so many people out there selling photos these days. Why would anyone buy mine? How much do I price them at? I've got no idea. And if you get stuck in your own head, it's very hard to survive. You've got to build resilience as a business owner. Absolutely, you have to. But isn't it better doing it with the support of other people on a similar journey? So,
Totally.
like
Absolutely.
Mike and Jenny, who have been great supports to me along the way. So much appreciated, you guys, and Mitch as well, who's not here today. But yeah, so you might have come to this call from either Mike, myself, Jenny, or Mitch, or John. I'm not sure. There's a few of us that we all team up and run these calls together. So if anybody is interested in joining, obviously no obligation. Don't have to. This wasn't meant to be a sales call, just an information call. But whoever sent you the invite to this call, they should have sent you a link to join. So whoever invited you, go and check your emails, and there should be a link at the bottom of the email there somewhere. If you do want to join up, that will take you straight into the programs here. So and if you do, it'd be amazing. We'd look forward to seeing you on the other side. But if not, that's absolutely cool too. So
and if you have any questions, because we've run out of time now, then ping the person who's invited you to this call. Ask the questions of them. They'll point you in the right direction or answer them directly. And if you want to replay this, then hopefully, if I've done my job right, there'll be a recording. God help us. There'll be a recording, and we'll be sending it out to everybody so you can replay and listen to me waffle on yet again. Yeah.
You watch as many times as you like, because that's the other beauty of doing stuff online, is it's all recorded.
But join the community and come and talk to us directly. That's the easiest way to get all your answers. Just dive in and surround yourself with like-minded people, and you can ask questions as many times as you want and get to where you need to be. So I think it's time. We've gone over the top of the hour. We need to wrap it up now. But thank you so much for everyone joining. Thank you, Caroline. Thank you, Jenny, as well for your input too, promoting your book. And just everybody stay safe, and we look forward to seeing you on the other side very soon. Yeah.
Merry Christmas. Can I say that?
Oh, and a Merry Christmas. Absolutely. Have a good one. Have a great year as well. Yeah. 2025 is your year. Join. Bye.
Take care, folks. Lovely to meet
Bye.
you. Bye for now.